Hi guys, CalamitiesDawn here and welcome to episode 3 of Minecraft Hardcore Redo. So we're going to be looking at different recipes during the first half here, as I'm looking to do some different things for a Christmas build, which I know Christmas is long since passed, but I'll get to that later in the video. So I'm grabbing some different materials and jungle wood to make a bridge, because where we decide to build our Christmassy area is over on an island, and I am not going to keep swimming over there just to go to the island. At this point I realize I don't remember how to place the bridges and I need to figure that out. So I start placing and I can't jump over them, so I have to swim around. I start placing them out and I realize at this point I'm not going to have enough. So I decide I'm just going to fix up the area very close to it to have an area to get around, go back home and use what I have got of my jungle wood planks that's left over to try and make the remaining that I need for the bridge to be fully complete. So I make a fair amount of slabs and fences here, but at this point I'm not believing it's going to be enough. So I go and grab some more jungle wood. And I don't know why, but I end up spacing out where I'm grabbing them from. Just an odd tidbit to be aware of. So I grab enough to be certain that I'm going to have more than what's needed to make all the bridges that I'm going to need. So I make a whole stack of 64 slabs and I continue making all of these bridges, which ends up being just the right amount. I also look at making the pliers, but I don't make them just yet. So I finish placing the bridge, which I do quite slowly as I'm in water and it's not very easy to place. This bridge has ended up being very handy over the next episode and a bit. Getting to and fro to the island is just so much easier now. So I continue placing. I forget that shrubs and flowers and such can stop you from placing, so I have to break it and fix it. I break that and make it. I realize I have 2 left and decide, you know what, let's just put the other 2 down. I go mining in a cave and get obliterated by 2 skeleton creepers, and then continue mining. Here I'm mining some iron. Didn't realize there was gravel when I fell. But I'm mining iron as I don't have enough to make anything at the minute, and a lot of things need iron, so we just went on an iron mine hunt. So I'm grabbing a whole bunch of iron and just, yeah. I'm also grabbing other resources at the same time because it can be quite handy to have more resources. So I go back home and I smelt my iron. I then grab the nuggets, grab some ingots, and decide that I'm now going to make those pliers. Here I am chasing down the recipe. I make the pliers and use what's remaining of my ingots to make some shears. I put everything away, and then I go off to go grab a whole bunch of leaves. So these leaves are actually going to be used for the wreaths that we'll make very soon, because you need leaves to make wreaths. I then have trouble figuring out how to use the pliers on the bridge, but once I have it sorted, I go to the other end and I open it up so it's ready for use. I then start making the wreaths. I make one and I place it outside. I struggled to place it first because I went to place it where the stair is and realized I couldn't, so I gave up. Go and make another one because with having one on one side of the door, I needed to have another on the other side just to make it look nice. Now, this will not be the final place of the wreaths. I do move them 2 more times. I need to make some wool as I couldn't find any white sheep, so I make 3 bits to make a sleeping bag, which is very handy when you're traveling because it does not change your respawn point. So you can just sleep and your respawn point is still set to your own bed. I went on an adventure and found some gypsum buds and decided I was going to grab them because why not? We could probably make a gypsum farm maybe. I don't know. I just thought it was a pretty cool looking block and we could go and use it for something. And continued on adventuring where I found a hanging tree. And I found this nameless hang. He kind of scared me at the time, but he's pretty harmless. He trades items for dark essence. I found another item from the graveyard mod, which is the ossuary. I didn't think much of it at the time until I started noticing on my map that I was just having mobs spawn like crazy. We also had a Santa Creeper that we killed. I ended up going and finding a little hole to go hide in because it's starting to get to night and I did not want to deal with all of those mobs. I want to try and keep this series going. So I slept and then I went over to a neighboring dark oak forest and decided to grab some dark oak logs. I wanted to grab more, but my axe broke, so there was nothing I could do there. So I just picked up everything I have. I continued walking and found this skeleton wolf. He was not very friendly. And then go into like a panic mode because I'm like, is he gonna come and attack me again or is he going to stay there? I then decide to take a swing. And then he starts burning in daylight. So yeah, RIP skeleton dog. I then go on a massive shearing of dark oak leaves because I do want to use them for different pieces later on. I'm traveling between 2 villages that were on the way there to get back home. After I got home, I then decided to go on another little walk where I found another village and decided to rename it Plains Village so I know where I'm going. Just a bit from the Plains Village, I found a ruined nether portal. I also found a beekeeper's hut, which is from the Friends and Foes. We also found some copper golems at another village and continued exploring where I found another ruined portal. By this point, I go home and I place the wreaths for a second time. Not the only time they will be moved, but that's the last time they get placed on the house, I believe. I decided to go make some snowmen because why not? Snowmen are quite Christmassy. And some snow globes. So I'm looking at all of the other stuff that I can make and I just don't make it at the time. So we get everything ready for our snowmen, and at first I decided I was going to do 1, but I thought no, we'll do 2. That way it's uniform because why not? So I make our 2 snowmen and then I go on to making the snow globes, which I realized I needed a smooth stone for, which I didn't have. I watched the sunset and make a sleigh because why not? And I decided to use the dark oak sleigh just because it looked quite nice. I don't know why, just a preference I suppose. Now we go on to making our snow globes and I make 2 of those. Now I've decided an area to build and so we're going to clear it. So we clear out all the trees and then I'll soon clear out all the dirt. Now, I am very much aware that this is going to be a very, very late episode, so we'll episode 4, due to the fact that they're both meant to be released before Christmas, and that didn't happen due to some circumstances at home. Nothing serious, just unable to manage time properly. We go back, and I've smelted some more stone, which I'm now going to make into more smooth stone. I'm going to even out a stack of coal, because I want to have more coal in my furnace because I'm doing a lot of smelting. I go back into the mines and decide to grab some resources and some rhyolite, which is a building block that we haven't used, pardon me, at the time of both of these episodes, I don't believe. I can't remember whether we used it or not, but we do grab a fair amount. We'll end up going back home and coming back to get more because I realized that I didn't grab enough. I sort out everything in the chests and furnaces just to have it so that we can smelt some more things. And then I go back and grab the rest of the rhyolite. I nearly lose a fair amount of health to a skeleton. I find more iron and decide to grab that because it's never a bad thing to have more than enough iron. Which with a lot of the recipes I've been using, I need it. I then ended up deciding to grab this bluestone, which I have built with before, not in this series, but in previous other series and little bits of free play on Minecraft and mod packs that I've used, so I decided to grab some. I grabbed the smooth stone out, and I decide that I'm going to try and do stuff with the rhyolite and realize that it's not going to work. So I have a look at the bluestone recipe and realize, right, we have a stone cutter. Go put the rhyolite in the stone cutter. I had a very, very dense moment. So we just make a couple of these up and put them away. I then decide I'm going to put the iron in the furnace and grab all that smooth stone that I have got, and I'm going to make it into smooth stone bricks. Put whatever iron I have gathered away, make more smooth stone bricks and put them away. I then go on to making a whole bunch of different things with the bluestone. But I come to find after making these 2 pickaxes that I kind of want more bluestone. So we go back down to the mines after making some torches to go and grab some more bluestone. So we go on a massive bluestone mining moment. So while this is being done, I will also explain that the video is going to be quite short. Mainly this episode was just to show that we were grabbing a whole bunch of resources and preparing for the next episode, which is going to be the Christmas house episode. So yeah, this will be a lot shorter of an episode, but no sooner does this get done and uploaded, the Christmas episode will be uploaded as well, because I want them to be quite close in uploading schedule so that they're not more delayed than they already are. So as I finish up grabbing this bluestone, I come back with a lot more than I have shown, because I didn't want to keep a large section of me mining bluestone in. But now I start switching between where I'm having the tiles done and where the bricks are going to be. So I'm sorting them out here. At some point I realized that the barrel is not going to be enough to hold all the bluestone, so I will have to move things. Which I end up moving the rhyolite, because the rhyolite's in the way, and I just put it, I'm pretty sure I put it in the barrel underneath. Here I am making room, because I'm like, I need to have room for all of my stuff. I make some more tiles, which I didn't use all the tiles for the build either. I don't know if I actually use the tiles for the build now. My memory's quite foggy and all that. I realize I'm gonna have to move the rhyolite, so I do. Anyway guys, it's nearing the end of the video, so I will love you and leave you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.